Okay, I'm just gonna elaborate. This is the sequel. Whatever I'm gonna name this, I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but this is gonna be part 2, the reckoning, part two. Anyway, so I found this really good clip. It's on our Facebook wall, and of this mom who wrote a book battling it out with this lady. Now I don't know if the lady's another mom or if she's a doctor or not, but this lady just like lays her out, and it's just like facts, and then the other lady gets frustrated and she's like folding her arms and huffing and puffing, and she's like, is there any piece of evidence, any study, anything that I can show you to help you prove that vaccines cause autism? And she was like, well, I'm just gonna go by my own experience because I vaccinated my son and that's what happened. I was like, boom, all these ornery people that are just like these anti-vaxxers, there's just no reasoning with them. Yeah, stupid asses, because they saw what happened to their children and you're going to give them a paper? Like, what's wrong with you? Why do you keep ignoring these people? Now there are thousands and thousands of these people, right? There are thousands of them out there. Thousands, okay? All over the world. Maybe more than that. Well, I could say millions, because if you want to take into effect that all the autoimmune disorders that are caused, I could say millions. But I'm going to be generous right now and say hundreds of thousands. I'll say hundreds of thousands, just as far as people that have had autism, that are on the autism spectrum, then watch their child regress into autism after they've had a vaccine. You're going to give these people a paper? Now, these people that are watching, they're like, well, I didn't vaccinate my kid and they got autism. You know, I know, like, there are other ways to get autism. There are other ways to get brain damage, because that's what autism is, besides vaccines. But vaccines is the main culprit. You can get, because it's toxins. So I have a friend that she didn't vaccinate her kid, and her kid got autism from anesthesia, because it's the chemicals, right? Or if you had, maybe they were born that way, maybe you had some pregnancy complications. I'm open to that. I'm not arrogant enough to tell a parent that they didn't get autism from whatever means they say they got autism from. So I'm not downing those people. But I saw that happen with my best friend. Same thing happened to my cousin. I had a friend that was paralyzed by the Gardasil vaccine. By the way, the Gardasil vaccine is banned due to side effects, okay? Stated side effects. They had a huge press conference. You can probably find it online. It's pretty long, but, they had a press conference talking about it. And basically, they were just trying to make the Japanese people out to be ignorant savages. Like, how dare they, pull this vaccine? They're going to give all their kids cancer. Oh, but their kids were getting paralyzed and seizures. And it doesn't protect from cancer, by the way. And now they're giving it to boys. And they say that it protects from throat cancer without evidence, right? They're just saying that. Because a friend's kid, she told me that she got it because he said it protects from throat cancer. And I'm like, it doesn't. I looked it up. There are articles saying that it does, but there are no studies. There's no proof. And I just don't see how, a venereal disease will give you throat cancer. If you're a kid and you're not doing fellatio, how is it going to give you throat cancer, right? How does this sexually transmitted disease give you throat cancer? But I digress. I'm going on a tangent, okay? It's ridiculous. So I think it's good in a sense, a lot of the crazy stuff that's happening, because people are starting to wake up even more, because now they're seeing how much is pushed on people. I just sent my mom a video of all the parents that came. It just really broke my heart, because all those parents, like, all they want is help for their children. That's all they want. They want two things. They want their children back, they want their children helped, and they want to warn other people so it doesn't happen to them. That's it. Nobody's paying them, okay? They're not getting money. In fact, they're losing money, right? They don't want diseases to come back. I was on a forum when I first started this, and I was like posting up links, and this person was like, you just want all the diseases to come back. And I was like, I do. I was like, no, I don't. Like, you know, and it was just, these people are just totally like ignored, right? I was watching other videos of these two parents going up to this doctor, and they were really nice. Like, they were nicer, way nicer than I probably would have been. But, you know, they were just like, please hear us out. Like, it's not as rare as you think. Our children are affected. And he was just like, yeah, I don't really care. You guys are useful idiots for the anti-vaccine movement. And I'm just like, what a dick, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I would have had to, if I was just like a nonsensical, crazy ass ghetto girl, like, that would have been in time to deck somebody in the face, you know? Like, Paul Offit, who, you know, who's inventor, who has a patent on the rotavirus vaccine, and his vaccine has already caused 300 deaths, more than the measles, by the way, yet, from the measles, the fake measles outbreaks that they're portraying, yet he gets to still be a spokesperson for vaccines, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't get reprimanded for it, you know, and you know, he's a god, you know, people still worship him, and he gets to be in an article saying that he's been harassed by anti-vaccine parents too. Yeah, that's sociopath. He doesn't give a shit about those people. And then the people that say, oh, you know, you're killing children by not getting them vaccinated. You know, we care about children. It's like, bullshit. You don't care about the people whose parents have been, and families have been destroyed, right? You don't care about them. You just shit all over them. They can fuck all. You don't care about all those people. Well, they don't matter. They don't exist. They don't exist. It's really rare. Oh, really rare? Rare? It's rare? Rare's a number. Rare's not a number. Could you show me the number of rare? Because I can't find it anywhere. It's just so frustrating. I also look at these parents, and you see how, you know, you see a lot of movies on love and men and women falling in love with each other and love, but to me, true love is the sacrifices that these people have made for their kids. You know, they'll never forgive themselves for what they've done to their kids. They have a perfectly normal kid. One day they go and get vaccinated, the next day they're rubbing shit on their face. You know, I was listening to, I forgot this one interview, and this guy was like, oh yeah, how's your son? And he was like, yeah, you know, he's 14 now, but I still have to wipe his ass. I still have to wipe his ass. Yeah, you have these fucking assholes in Congress that they don't even care about these parents. They're not letting them listen to. They're letting 18-year-old boys who, you know, like research on Reddit, who, you know, or who are just stepping out into the world as an adult, testify, but they're not going to let all these parents testify. The one of the doctors blatantly lying and saying that, you know, MMR vaccines doesn't cause encephalitis, even though it's on the package insert. Showing the graph that starts at the 1950 and omitting all of the data that they had on vaccines before. They've had at least since the 1800s, and there's graphs from all over the world, different graphs that have this information, different sources that have the more mortality rates by people that died of certain diseases. Yet he only shows. I'm like, this is just such a setup. So they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But I think maybe it's a good thing because, well, it's not a good thing, I shouldn't say that, but I know it's waking more people up. I just don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know if it's going to get physically violent, because if they do start going door to door, they do start federally mandating, you know, people to get vaccines, then it's going to be, I know some people that are going to fight to the death, you know. I'll be one of them. I've worked so hard on my health, and I've traced my inflammatory issues on vaccines. And now I'm just like, I'm gonna have to get vaccinated to keep my job when I've worked my butt off for years to get to the state of health I am now. Hell no. So I'm taking this personal as well. Not to mention, you know, just the kids I've worked with, the damaged people I've seen. I mean, this is just insane. They're like, shingles, the shingles vaccines is causing the shingles. What do we do about that? Oh, let's make another vaccine to stop the shingles. But the vaccine is causing the shingles, but they're going to make a vaccine to stop the shingles. Like, the insanity is crazy. Like, I just read something the other day about how a lot of people with eczema can't get vaccines, but they have A lot of people, they have eczema because of vaccines. It's a vaccine injury. But yet, they're like, oh, we've discovered new evidence today that, that can help people with eczema receive vaccines better. Bullshit. Like, I get the insanity because it's just evil. This is evil. There are people that don't believe in evil. I believe in evil. I was kind of there for a point where I was just like, oh, it's subjective. Like, it's people's interpretation. No. When you have hundreds and hundreds of parents coming to testify for Congress and they're deliberately just like shut out, that's fucking evil. Hundreds, not like one or two. Even if it was one or two, that's still bad. But like hundreds of them. But like I said, I've seen this. I'm not surprised though, because it's the same thing that happened with SB 277. 50 people showed up in support of the bill. 700 people showed up in opposition of the bill. Doctors and nurses included. They try and act like parents, like doctors and scientists can't be parents, but whatever. And they pass it anyway. And then Senator Pan, another sociopath, goes up when he's at the hearing. Somebody asks him a question, and then he stops and he goes back and he starts talking with a couple people. And then later, those people were identified as pharmaceutical lobbyists. So obviously, he's getting paid off, right? How is this a thing where the pharmaceutical industries are even allowed to give people in government money? That should not be a thing, but they can lobby for these interests and get them to pass legislation. The conflict of interest is like unreal, okay? A lot of stuff is unreal. The denial, the ego, the evil, the conflict of interest, all of this stuff. So I don't know, you guys. What do you guys think? I really want to know your opinion, because I was on the phone with a couple of friends the other day, and one friend, we were just talking about it, like, I was driving around, we were talking about it for hours. We were just so livid. And then another friend was like, it's not that bad. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I had to like call her back. I couldn't. Well, because there are just some people that aren't going to get it until they're personally affected by it. And I have. So maybe that's why I get it, And maybe there are people, I think I have some people that think, maybe don't think I'm crazy, but they think I'm just taking it too far or being too intense about it. But hell no, I've seen this coming. It's already here. I've seen this coming since 2011, and now it's here. It's here. They're pushing for federal mandates, so I'm not like shocked that this is going on. I don't know if the president can intervene. I don't know how they can do that. I don't know if they can do that. But then again, I don't see how the Injury Compensation Act will sign either. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, how are you not allowed to sue the pharmaceutical industry? And before that, they were getting sued and they were getting money. And had I known asthma was something that you could have gotten sued for, had I known, I could have sued them. I've almost died a couple times. There are millions of people that have asthma, and they try and romanticize it on TV like it's this cool like disease, and you just have your inhaler. But A, maybe you can't get to your inhaler for whatever reason, or B, in case in which I almost died, my inhaler didn't work. I had my inhaler, it was fully stocked, and it did not work. Okay, so I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you think. This is gonna be another long video, but whatever. It's shorter than the other one. All right, guys. Peace, truth, and love. Mwah.